Back at it again, and oh boy, more good news for Uncle Trump. Yeah, it's getting ugly for Joe. It's getting real ugly for Joe. I mean, on all fronts, every single front. Now, I do want to say this. We still need to keep our pedal to the metal. We are a long ways away. But for today, I got some good news for you. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Here it is. Wow. Donald Trump, we have at 46%. Biden, 44%.
And this is significant because this is the first time in the history of our poll that former President Trump beats President Biden, still within the margin of error.
The first time in the history of this leftist poll, Trump is winning. They're forced to admit the truth now. Can't hide it any longer. Trump's in the lead. And it's big. When you have a poll who has never had Trump in the lead, now having to admit, yeah, he's gonna win. You know it's a happy day. But let's jump back in.
But still significant.
Yeah, in 2019, 2020, when Trump was president, he trailed all of them. This year, he's trailed all of them in our poll. First time in more than a dozen polls we've seen a result like this. Some of the other ingredients that go into that: Biden has long had an advantage over Trump on likability. Look, at the start of this year, 39% said they had a positive view of Biden, barely 30% of Trump. We've seen consistently a gap like this. Now, the gap is gone. 36 positive on both, and actually Biden 1 point more negative than Trump. That's been a significant advantage for Biden. Our poll says that advantage, at least for now, may be gone. And we talked about younger voters on foreign policy, and it's true on a host of other topics. Disaffected with Joe Biden. We have 46% for Trump, 42% for Biden among the youngest voters. The youngest voters in the 2020 election were Biden plus 26. This could be a massive sea change. And if you
Biden plus 26. They are now Trump plus 4. That is a 30. Let me say that again. That is a 30-point swing. 30. Woo! Holy. Oh my goodness. Boy, 30-point swing. Sheesh. You got to be doing some terrible stuff for that to happen. My goodness.
This could be a massive sea change. And if you take a look here, too, everybody sort of says, hey, I'm not too nuts about the possibility of this matchup. So we said, let's measure this one way. And here's how we did it. Biden against an unnamed Republican. This is just a referendum on Biden, basically. And look at this. He goes from being in a dogfight with Trump to being double digits behind. But then flip it around. Trump against an unnamed Democrat. Trump goes from leading against Biden to being down by 6 points against the Democrat.
Just a fascinating look at the state of the race with just a little under a year to go. Steve Kornacki, great stuff. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, well, if he runs against a generic Republican, man, say that again. Say that again. I got to hear that one more time. I mean, just look at this, how they're trying to, oh, but I've got a bit of good news for you guys.
And if you take a look here, too, everybody sort of says, hey, I'm not too nuts about the possibility of this matchup. So we said, let's measure this one way. And here's how we did it. Biden against an unnamed Republican. This is just a referendum on Biden, basically. And look at this. He goes from being in a dogfight with Trump to being double digits behind. But then flip it around. Trump against an unnamed Democrat. Trump goes from leading against Biden to being down by 6 points against the Democrat.
Hey, look, guys. Look, but Trump would lose. Oh, man. Yeah, that's hilarious. But fantastic news, baby. Fantastic news, if I do say so myself. Trump is in the lead. But, of course, you do have some people who I think should, what's a nice way to say this? Should hang it up, right? To say the least. We got some folks that should definitely call it quits. I'm gonna play this clip for y'all and give my opinions after this. I mean, just listen to this, y'all. I'm just shaking my head.
Are you and your campaign saying that he has lost his sharpness, his mental acuity, and are you saying he'll lose to Joe Biden?
Well, I wouldn't be running unless I thought that the Democrats would beat Trump if he were the nominee. I mean, they're going very easy on him right now. I mean, they're not saying much. The minute if he were to be the nominee, I mean, you're going to see scorched earth. You're going to see all this stuff brought up from the past, and the whole election will end up being a referendum on Donald Trump. And Biden will be able to hang out in the basement, and I think he'll be able to get away with it again.
Whoa! I'm sorry. I can't wait until the end. I just can't. Did y'all hear what he just said? Like, did it register? Because, you know, sometimes when people be saying nonsense, sometimes it just doesn't register. It just goes in one ear and out the other. So I know how that is, you know. Been there, done that before. But he literally just said they're going easy on Trump. You mean trying to throw this man in jail with like countless indictments? I'd have lost count at this point. Multiple counts under those indictments, attacks left and right. That's going easy on Trump. This guy DeSantis is desperate. He said they're going easy on this man.
Basement, and I think he'll be able to get away with it again. Look, when you get to this point, the presidency is not a job for somebody that's pushing 80 years old. I just think that that's something that has been shown with Joe Biden. Father time is undefeated. Donald Trump is not exempt from any of that. I think with somebody like me, you go in, you know, I'm in the prime of my life. I go in day one. I'll serve 2 terms, deliver big results, and get the country moving again. That's what Republican voters want to see.
And we want to see it from Uncle Trump, not from you. Sorry. Did a great job in Florida. I'll always give you credit for that. I will. I listen, I will take nothing from DeSantis when it comes to Florida. But that's as far as it goes. That is as far as it goes. And I understand we got some DeSantis supporters. Listen, I hear you. But you can't tell me that, first off, someone who couldn't even show their loyalty to Trump and then also couldn't show his loyalty to Florida is then going to be loyal to the Republican Party when he gets in office. Like that was just not adding up to me. I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm going to be totally honest. That one is not adding up to me. It just isn't. And I feel like most of y'all agree with me. I mean, the polls bear it out. Nikki Haley's beating this guy at this point. Nikki Haley, the warmonger of warmongers, Dick Cheney in heels, is beating this guy at this point. Explain that one, right? Vivek Ramaswamy was ahead of him at one point. Now, I'll give him credit. He came back and took the lead over Vivek once again. But still, the fact that these people are passing him lets me know most people in the Republican Party don't believe in Ron DeSantis. We don't believe you. And I've shown you guys some of the videos of Republicans and Trump supporters letting him know this every time he shows his face in public. And this guy's just still like, no, la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, whatever, fingers in my ears. I can't hear you say we want Trump. I don't hear you guys yelling and screaming that at me. I'm still running. You know, like that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm new to politics. Maybe I'm an idiot. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But when you have the voters yelling at you, saying we want Trump, when you go onto your social media page, like, just listen, you don't even have to take my word for it. Go on to Ron DeSantis' Twitter. Read the comments underneath his post. And you tell me, do people really support the guy or not? Of course, you're going to have your outliers. You're going to have your supporters. But even his own followers are telling him, you need to wait until 28. You should have waited until 28. Or we want Trump and nothing else. His own followers are telling him this. You don't have to take my word for it. Just go to his social media page and just read through the comments under the post that he makes. Just read it. It's there. So, like, when you have that in combination with the real world people yelling and screaming at you, and you're still like trying to run and throwing these little attacks at Trump, and you're behind in the polls. You're not even second. You're not even look. It's not even like he was close in the poll. Like, I would understand if it was like him and Trump basically, and they were like 5-10 points. You know, there was like a 5-10 point spread between the two. No. Trump's like 50 points ahead of the guy, 40 points, 30 points ahead of the guy in every single poll, consistently 30, 40, 50 points ahead. And in a lot of these polls, DeSantis isn't even number 2. He's number 3. So that's what I don't understand, man. Listen, that just doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. Call me an idiot. I'll take that. You know, if anybody has a good explanation for it, let me know in the comment section, you know. But I mean, the guy literally had it in the palm of his hands for 2028. It was right there on a silver platter. All you had to do was just walk in. He literally could have implemented the Joe Biden strategy and just hit out, you know, until 2028 and popped out a month before the election. Like, hey guys, remember me? And boom, he walks into the White House in 2028. Like, literally, it would have been that easy for him. And then you get this. Yeah. I don't know, man. And now you got polls that are saying, you know, polls that never had Trump ahead have Trump ahead now. Every single poll has Trump ahead. Every single one. I showed you guys that in the previous video just the other day. Every poll you pull up, it's Trump. Trump's ahead. Every single one. Now, I do want to say this before I let you guys go. Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. This is not the time to sit back on your hands, because as Larry Elder said, and I love this line, and I feel like I should be using it more. We have a country to save. I'm serious. We have a country to save. This is not the time to sit back on your hands. Oh yeah, Trump winning. No, this is a message and a sign to push the pedal to the metal. Full go. No excuses. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.